All right, guys, we're back. Back in London after the Champions League final. Caught the Euro started today. Back to London, St Pancras, along with about 80% football supporters and 20% tennis supporters from Roland Garros. A lot of dejected Liverpool fans, conversations going on the trains between different groups of people, wondering what went wrong. Lots of people saying that Klopp went with a too defensive lineup and a too defensive mentality. A lot of complaints about the fact that that's 3 cup finals this year and they've not scored a goal in any of them. And you can't say they don't have a point. Look, it was to give you a bit of a description about what the fan zone was last night. I don't mean any offence, Liverpool fans, because obviously we're nervous, but you could feel it throughout the huge fan zone that was there yesterday. There wasn't a lot of chanting going on. The noise was very low. And I think it was just nerves, and I don't know if the players felt that as well. I've been trying to wrap my head around it all day. It was just such a poor performance in my eyes. I know, obviously Thibaut Courtois had a lot of say in the match. Obviously, it's not like Liverpool didn't have their chances, but still, they weren't at their best, and that happens sometimes in cup finals, and they've had a very long season, and to walk away with an FA Cup and a League Cup is not a failure whatsoever. But there's 100% sure that Liverpool fans will be ruining what could have been. Just wanted to touch on also what I saw in Paris in terms of the fans and the organisation, and obviously there's been a lot of stories coming out late yesterday, just before kick-off, and have continued to come out throughout the rest of the day addressing fan trouble. I wasn't at the stadium, of course, I was at the fan zone, but from what I saw at the fan zone, there was no free water given out. There wasn't enough food vans. So people were drinking, obviously, a lot of alcohol, and it was a long day, especially when the kickoff got delayed because of the problems that were happening on the stadium. But to say that Liverpool fans were instigating violence or anything like that, I'd have to disagree from what I saw. For me, it was a great atmosphere before the game. Not as much during the game. Once the kickoff started, I met people from Hungary, Thailand, Australia, from all over the globe. Of course, Liverpudlians. So I didn't see any of that whatsoever when the French Interior Minister was saying that it was caused by fake tickets by Liverpool supporters. To be honest, in the fan zone, there was a lot of Parisians there too, and from what I'm hearing at the ground, that's what a lot of locals were, in fact, the ones trying to get in with fake tickets. So, yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. But this is the second event I've been to, or UEFA have put together on this trip, and the Europa League final was an utter disgrace in terms of how the fans were treated inside the stadium in Seville. There was no water provided. It was 32 degrees, absolutely roasting, and the supporters were told to get water from the toilet, from the bathroom. Now, that's just not on in those conditions. It just shows that it was not organised correctly, and that's UEFA's responsibility. So, yeah, I can't see this as being. I can't accept this being framed as the supporters when, yes, let's just assume that a small minority. It's quite busy on this road. Sorry if the audio's gone a bit bad. I'll get off in a sec. There might have been 1 or 2 isolated incidents, but with 60,000 people at a sporting in the city and at the ground as well, it's very tough to say that there's not going to be any sort of incidents. But it's only a very small minority, so that's all I wanted to say on the issue. From what I saw, I didn't see anything, to be honest. Obviously, a lot of people having a very good time, being very merry. A lot of beers flowing. But at the end of the day, people were just there to support their team. And I don't think, as we saw today with the parade, there's much better teams in the Premier League than Liverpool in terms of that. Then moving on to, I guess, the match itself, covered that. But from what I saw from the fan perspective, it was just an incredible atmosphere. As soon as I stepped off the station at Nation Station, Metro Station, it was just incredible noise and atmosphere, and truly something I'll cherish for a very long time. Very special to be there. Besides not being at the game, it was just a disappointment that the performance from the team didn't match what the supporters are given the players in terms of getting there in numbers. But that happens in football. Sometimes it's just not your day. It's just not your day, and it proved to be so for Liverpool on Saturday night in Paris. And let's just talk quickly about Real Madrid. What more can you say about Carlo Ancelotti and his tactics? They nullified the threat of crosses into the box completely. Liverpool, yes, they had a few chances, of course, but the Real looked so resolute. You can't say they didn't defend well, and you can't say that Carlo Ancelotti didn't set up his team to allow them to do so. It was another masterful managerial performance from one of the best. Will go down one of the best to ever do it, considering his record. Yeah, you can't argue with that, I don't think. And yeah, there's just something about Real Madrid in the European Cup competitions. There was always an air of destiny in this one, wasn't there, with their run to the final. So it's a toss of a coin, and I'm sure Liverpool fans will be upset and Real fans will be delighted, of course, winners and losers. But Liverpool fans should definitely hold their head up high. It's been a great season, terrific season, so they can build on it next year. Sadio Mane reportedly was reportedly wanting to leave the club next year, so we'll see about that. But I think fans should have faith in the club and the way they're set up, that they can bounce back from something like this. Jurgen Klopp's already said that he wants everyone to book their hotels in Istanbul next year. So overall, I had an amazing time in Paris. It's an amazing city, and it's just a shame that it didn't. There were some incidents that marred it, but overall, it was a really good experience for myself, and I'm sure for other supporters who went to the city despite whether their team won or lost. So yeah, shame that these things happen. Should never have happened. Should never tear gas people indiscriminately. But it was overall a great experience. So that's all I wanted to say on it. Also, congratulations to Nottingham Forest supporters in the Premier League for today's result. Congratulations. Brilliant stuff to have two-time European Cup winners back in the top flight. It's been a long time coming for Forest fans. Saw them all getting on the train to Wembley, and commiserations to Huddersfield, of course, who were unlucky, and was a great effort for them all season. So yeah, I'm just in Highgate, Hampstead Heath at the moment, walking around. And stay tuned for more videos on the live stream. We'll keep this rolling. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you soon.